We're gonna skate to one song only.
I'm picking it back up, so full speed ahead. In part 1 video, I discussed first impressions, first month in, lifestyle, and the nightlife. And in that first video, I shared some stories pertaining to my topics. That tends to happen from time to time. I'll go off on some tangents and whatnot. It's cool. The mind needs to be jogged sometimes, you know? In this part 2 video, I will be sharing my experiences on food, the dating and relationships, pros and cons, and some taboos. So before I get too distracted, let's go on ahead and...
Just shut the fuck up and do it already.
I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you.
You know, say what you want about coconut water. It's not half bad. I like it. I dig it.
You wanted me.
Now that my shields are up, preparations have been complete. I'm hydrated. Let's do this. Food and cuisine. I'm talking sweet, spicy, sour, salty. They all went down nicely here in Thailand. I had heard so much about the Thai meals here. The friends I made along my journey in Asia never failed to hype up the deliciousness. But I regret to inform everyone watching, no, I did not completely enjoy the signature Thai meals. And I'll tell you why. Let me just throw the blame onto my American palate. My taste buds and stomach are strictly accustomed to spices in Western meals. So I don't think the various mixes of pad thai, papaya salad, along with the Asian ingredients hit home with me. Spicy, yes. Seasoned, yes. Well proportioned, yes. Easy to come out.
What?
It's complicated.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is unfortunate because when I go out on dates or even just hang out with some Thai friends, I must skate around the specific dishes, which are usually front and center. And unless I want to risk having the sweats and upset stomach, chronic diarrhea, and a new colored toilet for the next 12 hours, I must avoid them. The only dishes I could enjoy ordering were minced pork with rice and eggs or an omelet, and noodles. Always a banger. I could eat that every day, but there are plenty more foods I enjoy. Very much so in fact. Sweets are fair game. Desserts in every country hate to see my ass coming. I enjoyed the various fruits like mangoes, coconuts, and oh my god, the mangosteen. Don't even ask, just break that fucker open and suck it out.
Sir.
Feel it. Hold on, I think I got one. I think I actually got one. If you've never seen a mangosteen before, this is it. I bought these at a market 2 nights ago. It was nice. Look, this is pretty cool. Brown, so it's like good as hell once you break it open. I don't usually I get them prepared already, so they're usually ready to eat. And by that I mean they just break open this brown part and put it on a platter for me to enjoy. But this is what you want, this white mangosteen. It's so good. Mangosteen is regarded as the queen of fruits here in Thailand. And I see why. I could suck on that fruit all day long. No. Might have to hold me back next time. I might eat all their supply. Anyway, I'm a risk taker, so of course I was also trying the street chicken and the other street food. Pretty worth it, and much cheaper than the typical KFCs and the other store-bought brands scattered everywhere. But that's not saying much because if I didn't mention it before in this video, everything's cheaper here in Thailand. Street roti pancakes. The only bad thing about these sweet puppies is that I can't immediately shove one in my mouth after ordering. Like, I have to wait there on the street. I have to try not to drool on their stand. I have to try to put up with these ridiculous, unbearable requirements. Worth it though. So good, so good. As I recall these heavenly meals, my brain kind of short-circuited. Sorry. I started salivating and temporarily lost memory of the lesser, more forgettable meals. It can't be helped. It can't be that important if I'm forgetting them, so regardless, it's good as hell. So eat your heart out. Dating and relationships. My love life? You want to know about my love life here in Thailand? Okay, but let me remind you all that I used to be a lover boy. In fact, some still say That lover boy still lives on in my heart, searching for the long lost love he fumbled to hopeflation long ago. A moment of silence. Now, man, I was like, with a lot of, I'm a gentleman, but even I was like, politeness out the door. I'm talking like, talk about lust. I was, and you gotta like, kind of like, you know, the dating here, the dating scene here was extraordinary. I had heard stories of expats going overseas to find wives. Few men have failed, but far too many have succeeded, so I was ever hopeful, and that hope turned into satisfaction quicker than I could get my feet wet. I wasn't in the market for a wife or anything, as I am a traveler, but over time I saw many interracial couples, so I knew that if I had decided to start dating in Asia, I would be, if not more, successful than when I was back in the States. After my first month and while in Phuket, I went on several first dates to get a feel of the type of culture I was exposed to. The dates I went on were completely different from the ones back in America. There was a language barrier sometimes. There were no mind games that needed to be played. There was no like will she, won't she, change her mind, or like rain checks I had to sit through to hang out just for one evening. It was clear and concise. We like each other, so let's hang out as soon as possible to see if this will work out. It was refreshing from the pulling teeth I had become accustomed to back home, really. I did feel kind of bad for some because I didn't travel to Thailand to find a wife or girlfriend, so I felt bad for the women, some of the women I went out on dates with. If I were ready, yes, I'd be scooped up by now, like, cause they don't play. Like, I hope every man gets to experience what I did. But my dates typically consisted of walking alongside the beaches or eating at restaurants after sundown. Hate the sun, you know? I don't fuck with the sun. Too hot for me. You know, if we didn't know each other's languages too well during the day, we'd go off on body language and use gestures or Google Translate. The vibes don't lie. Always immaculate, respectful, and engaging women I had on every date. We'd either go grab drinks or go party or do some activity somewhere after. If we had enough time, a little bit of everything, honestly. It was pretty cheap, so I'm the type to crave a certain vibe from the person I'm with before I decide if we match enough to go do some fun bonding activities. During the first hours of some dates, it was awkward because I don't speak fluent Thai, and some women don't speak fluent English. So all we had were vibes, pictures, and little to no common phrases to go off on. That and my Pictionary that I think is pretty accurate. I think it's pretty good. Regardless, everyone had a good time, and the nights always ended on a happy note. I love the energy mixed with the positivity they bring. Thai women are amazing, feminine, fucking kind, beautiful, smart. They bring me a level of comfort I never knew. And as the months went by, I became more immersed in the culture. I truly discovered why men from different countries around the world come to start a family with Thai women. They have a special aspect of themselves that I don't widely see back home in America. Such a 9-day difference is really jaw-dropping. I can go more in depth in a future video, but there has been several times when I've thought like, damn, I could literally die for this woman right now. She's fucking wifey. I think the kindness and femininity this culture has is what's missing back home. It's kind of insane because I was 25 at the time and I didn't know I was missing this human experience, and unfortunately neither do many of my male friends. It's wild and obvious in hindsight to think that I forgot how soft, kind, and feminine a woman could be. Pros and cons. Although my experience in Thailand was positive, like any country, it has its flaws. There are highs and lows everywhere. But because I call out my problems with Thailand, it doesn't mean it's a complete deal breaker. Just even listing cons for Thailand is already feels like I'm grasping at straws, but I digress. For pros, activity variety, beautiful countryside, convenient apps to use, healthy foods that are cheap and delicious, hostels and cheap accommodations, vibrant people who are foreign and local. For cons, I have construction on buildings and alleys. It's a lot. Frequent harassment from the massage girls and ladyboys. It gets tiring after a while. The garbage and pollution alongside the roads, it's a lot as well. The language barriers, understandably so. Opposite-sided traffic. It's different from America, so it's kind of confusing at first. Questionable weather, excessive heat, intense rain, depending on the season you come here. There are like small walkways, sidewalks, roads. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm 6'2", weigh like 200 pounds, long ass fucking wingspan and shit. But like, I find myself always like having to compact myself when I'm in these walking everywhere, which is, it's Asia. I get like the people are statistically smaller, but still it's very like I have to like compress myself, compact myself everywhere I go sometimes. So that gets a bit not annoying after a while. Just like it just gets a bit like I'm tired of like I just want to be I want to be out there, not in like an obnoxious way, just like I don't have to like make myself small everywhere. It's very like compressing. It seems pointless to complain about Thailand because I love it here, and everyone who visits feels the same way. However, I'm listing an honest version of Thailand from my perspective, unique to my experience. So again, not a deal breaker, it's just some, gripes and complaints from me after being here for so long. Taboos. Thailand was a culture shock. I had to disregard many habits I would consider normal that are taboo here. Or as some call it, the Western way. Taboo things like wearing shoes. In most shops, stores, homes, and places of worship, you cannot wear shoes. Taboo things like large tipping. It's not, tipping is appreciated here, but not necessary, which I'm sure my wallet loved. Taboo things like tourists on motorbikes. I don't think riding a motorbike would have been a smart idea just yet. Besides, it seems like a long-term riders and locals in Thailand are especially fond of tourists on bikes trying to speed through their streets. Watching the flow of traffic, my brain almost sees seeing such a heavy and chaotic traffic flow in the opposite direction that I've been driving for years because, America's flow of traffic is different from here in Thailand. When I was on foot crossing, it felt like up was down and down was up, right was left and left was right. And the way the locals drive is hectic and intermingled, and I didn't stress it that badly because, unless I was walking, I use the apps like Grab and Bolt to transport anywhere, really everywhere. I'm a respectable gentleman, so other than the taboos I encountered, I didn't run into any other taboos. One thing I've heard about online and that wasn't specific to Thailand is how Americans are loud and obnoxious when traveling to different countries, but honestly, I was hard pressed to find any loud Americans. And after meeting other Americans, we're usually overpolite and mindful of our value out of pure respect. Sometimes out of pure curiosity, as I traveled through Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Japan, I would ask tour guides and locals at touristy destinations what nationality they thought were the most disruptive. Happy to say North Americans and South Americans were never on that list. Surprised to report Asians, Australians, and Europeans were on the list. I'm not specifying the countries on purpose because I don't have a problem with them, but their continent is fair game. I don't want to specify. So cool. As I reiterated many times, this country is rightfully heralded as a great vacation getaway to escape for a breather from whatever life you were living before. Hopefully I was able to, regurgitate the amazing experience I had after all this time. I hope you get the chance to experience Thailand one day. If you have been to Thailand before, let me know about your experience. Or if you have plans to go, feel free to ask me a question. If you're curious about anything, if you need some advice on Phuket, Cuddies, Chiang Mai, all those places. Thank you for hanging around for part 1 and part 2. Until the next time, Cuddies and Cuddettes.